Hey everybody, if you're watching this video, that means you burned out your LEDs on your brake lights on your Gen 2 Prius. Some of these things also apply to a Gen 3, but you got to replace the whole housing. These two were $138 shipped on Amazon in mid-June 2022. They're very easy to put in. I've seen some videos where they show several tools that you have to use, but all you need is a 10mm deep socket and a way to tighten and loosen that socket. Whether that's an impact or if it's a 1/4-inch drive or a 3/8 drive, it doesn't matter. But let's get going. You're going to be surprised at how easy this is. All you're doing is taking that loose, that one down there, a couple little pieces of plastic here, but it's all very self-explanatory. First thing you want to do is put the seats forward. Now, undo these. Let's get the carpet out of the way. Just roll it up or however you want to do that. This part right here, have these aim left to right on the car. Pull on the strap, pull on it again, and you really can just set it right up in there. Now, this piece right here, it just pops out. Set it anywhere you want to. Grab this piece right here, pull it out of position, lay it anywhere you want to. Now already we're seeing the area where the taillight's going to be. Lightly pull on this piece. Make sure the seat belt's kind of out of the way. And now you're going to pull this piece out of the way, which go down gently pulling all the way side to side. And that too will pop right out of place. Now, a couple of plastic clips back here, try not to break them. There we go. Now, see back in there? That's the light. 10mm down here, which just has a little plastic plug that's sitting on it. Same way up here. Give me a second here. Now, undo this 10mm and the one on the top. And we're going to undo the plug and it's ready to come out. This plug is the conventional type. You basically just push down on the piece of plastic right here while pulling on both sides and it comes apart. I know it's hard to believe, but this light is now ready to just pull straight back, pull it off the studs, and we're going to start installing the new one. There's one out. Let's put the new one in real quick, then we'll go to the other side. By the way, you do want to do these in a pair because if one has gone bad, the other one is probably just as old as the first one. New light's going to have a couple of things you have to do. Pull off these black things. They just pull straight off. They're just to protect those studs there. And also pull this plug out a little bit so you can plug that in. You will notice as this goes back together, see that little thing right there, that? And then there's one down there. Well, there are little studs over here on the side. That one and that one. That just locates the housing. And then these two go back in right where the other studs came out. One thing I'm going to caution you about though is make sure that the plugs don't get stuck between the metal and the car. Like basically the housing in the car. Make sure they're in the middle. Okie doke. Tighten that one back down. Tighten that one back down. And then put these little critters that were on there before back on there. And finally, that plug there. From here, we reverse the steps. Put this back into place. Make sure the seat belt is over and through the hole in here, the little slot on the front. But now just put it back together and we'll start on the other side. This side, same steps. We're going to pop that into place, get the studs lined up, which takes 2 hands, strangely enough. See, there you have it, all back together with a 10mm. I used an impact with a 3/8 drive, but you can also use, whether it be a 1/4-inch drive, 3/8 drive, whatever, just a 10mm, and they're done. A good way you can test these things is back up against something. The ultimate thing would be like a storefront and just hit the brakes, hit the turn signals, that kind of stuff. But these already got tested and they work great. It can be a little sad when you see these housings that look like they'd be perfect. However, just this area, the LED array is no longer working. However, there's a bright side, a little. You can take out these bulbs. You have 3 bulbs that can be used later because those still burn out every now and then. Set them in the junk drawer in the kitchen.